Okay, we're gonna talk to him again. Unless it's Violet who answers this time. Fingers crossed. Sir! Put some clothes on! We don't land next to bees. I need to hold on here. Okay. I hear no bees. I see no bees. I speak no bees. Wait, I hear bees! I hear bees! I hear bees! What? A very amusing game is played with mashed potatoes. I'm sorry, what? How will the mashed potatoes tell us who we marry? Are we we really are going to be talking about with marry? Wow, okay. Into the midst of the mashed potatoes, a dime, a ring, and a thimble should be placed. Mashed potatoes are kind of fire. They are. I just don't know if I would trust the mashed potatoes to tell me who I'm marrying, you know? I feel like that decision should not be left. Don't let mashed potatoes choose your future partner. That's just my opinion, personally. What am I saying? Beep beep. Hi, I'm here to work. To be fat shaming the rats. Definitely not rat shaming the rats. You should never rat shame anyone. It's very bad. It's very bad. Especially because rats are popular, so good luck with that. Chocolate covered nuts! 60 cents per pound. Smalls. Okay, anyway. They really need it. This is where the D's nuts joke goes, right here. Right here. Okay, these people were married. That's nice. What do you mean you need water still? They're right here. Do your job. Do your job. What's wrong with you? You're over there dying of thirst. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. You're the one who's in charge of the well's right here. Look at that. You can just drink. You can just drink. Slurp it up like that. You're in charge of the water. God. This is your skill. This is what you're good at. She sneezed on me. Oh my God. You're watching that soap too, huh? Oh my gosh, you won't believe what Francesco did. I can't wait until you find out. I can't wait. You should talk to that one lady too. I think Malcolm should have told his wife, you know, that he wasn't actually dead. So she wouldn't marry Francesco, because what are they going to do now? I think I read some theories on Reddit that Malcolm and Francesco are going to have a duel. And I don't know, who do you think's going to survive? Because like Malcolm is like a hunter, right? But Francesco is a trained soldier. And like, I mean, who's the better shot? No one knows. No one knows. Jesus doesn't know. Mary doesn't know. No one knows, actually. Doggy. Look, at least he died in front of Jesus, right? And he died doing what he loved, smoking a cigarette and watching his soaps. But now he'll never know how the duel turns out between Malcolm and Francesco. It's really sad. Give the embers to me. There is one last thing I need from you. Come closer. Ugh, never like it when a witch says come closer. Especially when she says there's one last thing she needs from you. There. Don't look like that. It was only a small prick. Just a drop of blood. You won't miss it. And like there was one time where I had to do a quest by the end of the season, and it was like, you know, day 2, and I'm like, oh okay, oops, I didn't really need that. I'm like, I can go back. Where did the logo? Was there just one? Oh, there it goes. No, come back, come back. It's rolling away from me. Okay. It was day 2 of the season. Oh, you. Come back. Come back.
Hail, friend.
Hail, friend. Okay. How are you doing? Oh, I think she likes this one. Not to be understood, but to be felt. -5. Ooh, she doesn't like what makes you the expert. Ooh, she clocked me. Yeah, I'm single, Huberta. I know. And you're living with that other dude. I get it. Let's see. Where should I put that?
I don't want to be lonely anymore.
Oh, she doesn't want to be lonely anymore. You're living with that dude though, that Lord of the Rings guy. He likes Lord of the Rings. Do you not like Lord of the Rings, Huberta? Does he just spend all his time watching Lord of the Rings and he doesn't pay you any attention? I'm so sorry. It makes you feel alone even though you're living together. That's a real shame. I mean, I know I'm romancing you and everything, and so maybe like this is like a hint to me, but like guys, I don't think she likes me. Wow, she's just walking over there and standing. Wow. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Um, are the ads over yet? The ads start. Okay, the ads just finished. Good. The ads started late today, which is like kind of frustrating because I was like, man, I I have my little starting soon thing that's new, and I'm like, I won't like the ads will be done by the time I'm, talking, but no, no. Um, anyway, sometimes it's been one of those days, man. It's been one of those days. Like I've spilled like food on me 3 times. One, I was like putting it in the trash bag and it fell out of the trash bag and fell on me. And it was gross. And then I spilled my breakfast and I spilled my lunch, among many other things that happened today. It just kind of crummy day. Someone driving loud outside too. Because you know what? It's just that kind of day. Uh, it's okay. Tuesday's the worst day of the week. It'll get better, I'm sure. I um don't have to start work until a little bit later tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow will be better, you know? Yeah, that's actually kind of nice. It's like I didn't eat dinner here or anything before stream. So I'll probably be pretty hungry after stream. But luckily I, you know, no real rush to get to sleep tonight because I don't have to start work till later tomorrow. So that's nice. That's nice. I can eat something after stream uh and not take my time, but I get to, have the time to eat something. So but I also need to work on doing the VODs and stuff for YouTube and finding some more stuff to clip for shorts and things like that because I am behind. I had hoped to have more time, but I didn't. Um, I've been distracted by looking stuff up because like the there's this like I said, I've been like kind of looking at other jobs and things, and like there's this one job in like back on the East Coast, right? Um, and the neighborhood it's in looks super cute, and like I just keep like wanting to, look at apartments on like Zillow or whatever, and then I go into like Google Street View, and I just like, uh meander up and down the Google Street View roads, just to kind of see the vibes. And like it's so nice because they're like either wintry or it's fall in a lot of the pictures of that neighborhood, and like there's leaves everywhere and there's a bunch of trees because it's a cute little neighborhood. And I just miss that so much, so much. Like I've been complaining nonstop about this since I moved to LA, like around the pandemic. Okay, I've never shut up about how bad the weather is. It's been cloudy all day here too, which isn't helping because, like, again, it's different when it's cloudy in the fall or winter. But if it's cloudy every day in May, ah, it, it should be sunny. It should be sunny. We're right into spring. We're looking ahead into summer, right? We should be happy and and have weather that encourages us to go outdoors, not cloudy, when you want to stay in and be cozy. Like staying in and be cozy is great, but not in May. Not in May. No. No. Um, but yeah, so anyway. Yeah. Let's get into the game. Let's get into the game. I want like plenty of playing time today, more blueprints today. And we made okay progress last time. We bought a lot of books, and that's what I really had wanted to do was buy books from the bookshop. And we did. We did. We bought not all the books, but we bought a lot of them. We bought 4 books, I think. I, 3 or 4 books. Forget how many. Uh, three. I bought a. I don't know. I think it's 4. I think it's 4. Anyway, we'll get in and see. We'll get in and see. Let's see here. All right. Let's play. Continue. Day 29. Oh, I don't have my notes open. Hold on. My notes. My notes. Day 29. What happened day 28? Uh-oh. Um. Uh. Uh-oh. What what happened to day 28? I missed it somehow. Uh-oh. Okay. Was the Great Alzara day 27? Or was it day 28? 28. Oh. Didn't we get the vault on day 28? Wasn't I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's probably fine. Hold on. Um, or was all that day 27 stuff actually on day 28? Uh, don't I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Okay, allowance. We should have 11, right? Wow, that's so nice. I have 11 allowance. Okay. Today, we want to do things we can do today are the basement, read the books, and was there another puzzle thing I was gonna work on? Oh, we still have the blessing of the high roller for one more day. So we can get, if we get dice, right, that gives us 5 gold. So honestly, we might want to be still on our book buying binge. What did we do? Put in like 5 coins gave us high roller, I think. Um, hmm. A lot of books to read. I thought there was something else I wanted to do, but I don't remember what it was. That's okay. We'll figure it out as we play, I'm sure. Basement and read books. That's like good for us for now, I'm sure. We gotta put our coin in the fountain, probably for some reason. I wonder if we go in and go to the left if we draft the library again. Oh, right, the classrooms. I want to try to get done more of the classrooms, if I can. Oh, no schoolhouse. Hmm. Uh, Shelter? I guess. I mean, I can get to the basement at any time. And if we're reading the books, I don't know that I really. Oh, I didn't need to go in here. I mean, I guess I could look around for items. There aren't any items. What a waste. Oh my gosh. That's okay. It's all okay. All going according to plan. Trust me. What's the plan? You don't need to know ahead of time. I'll confirm after that everything is going according to plan. I kind of want to go check the orchard, but I don't want to lose steps. I need to see what the orchard lock looks like. I need to know. I haven't seen it since like our first day in the house. And I kind of want to get into the orchard. Because I think if we get into the orchard, we like, have some sort of, just like the mine, we get some sort of permanent bonus. How do we get to the orchard? Here, okay. Another 4-digit thing. Well, 1952? Maybe? I don't know. No. Ten. Oh. Oh, this needs to be a 0 again. I guess it's not, it doesn't have to be a date, because this is not one of the safes. I don't know how I find this code. But I want in. Oh, it has one of the things. One of those things that's in the schoolhouse, too. It turns on one of those flames down in that place. I have no idea how to get the orchard going, though. I wonder if these bird baths are significant or if they're just decoration. See, there they are, down there. Is that a road over there? It'd be cool if they, like, expanded onto this game, right? I mean, it would make the most sense just to make a brand new game, but it'd be cool to, like, expand puzzles into the town and stuff like that. Maybe in, like, maybe they can use this as, like, a base, and then, like, in subsequent games, like, do a thing where, you can move around the town and the area and everything. Oh, thank goodness, because I'm running out of steps. Okay, interesting to note that the library was not an option this time. So, gems are in a box with a false statement. Only one statement is true. Only one statement is false. Well, one of these is false. One of these is true. If this is true, then this one is false, and then this one is true. If this one is false, only one statement is false. That means there are 2 false statements. It means this one's true, and this one is false. Either way, the gems are in the white one. That was a fun puzzle this time. I guess the commissary. Maybe there's an upgrade disc for sale. I doubt it, but I feel like we got the only upgrade disc the commissary will ever have. Yeah, that's what I thought. This run, I'm not liking the, I want to go back. I know I'm wasting steps. I probably should have opened all the doors here initially, but I didn't. But that's okay. How do I have 46 steps left? I like the spare room off of the entrance hall, apparently. Apparently. This one. Go figure out the corner. I don't know if I want coat check Walk-in closet, I think. Key card. That's not bad. When did I get the dice? From what? Again? When did I get dice? Or a die? When did that happen? I picked up a key from the breakfast nook, the 2 gems in the parlor, and the apple. And in here I got 2 more gems. Wait, did I not? What? Oh, because I've already used a gem on the commissary in the wall. Okay, yeah, so I got 2 gems in here. And car keys in the key card. When did I get a dice? Wait, where did... When did that happen? I am so confused. Am I stupid? I do not know when that happened. Wow, okay. I have a key card. We should set security to high. I'm gonna run out of steps in this day for sure. High. Okay. Right, security is set to high now. Right, oh. A little treat in here. That's interesting. Den, I guess. We just need something that goes left, ideally. I'm pretty okay gem-wise. I don't want the aquarium because I have the shelter outside, the bomb shelter, and it negates the effects of the first 3 red rooms. But the aquarium counts as a red room, but there's no negative effect from it, is the issue. So I'm wasting one of my red room negations. I think a nursery is good because I get more steps then, and I need the steps because I'm running low on steps. And we're kind of set to go pretty far this run since we have the key card and we've changed security and everything so early. But now we gotta run all the way back over here. Is the dice? Is the die in here or something like that? I don't know. We haven't gotten a new star in a while. No, let's go for it. We might be screwing ourselves over here because now we definitely need a left direction room. Ooh, what's that? Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Oh. Don't I need a watering can for that? It's okay though. It's a permanent upgrade, and you can never go wrong with a permanent upgrade. I don't really want the kitchen, but we can use it for more steps if I need. Solarium would be nice, but we have to do this one because it's unlocked. Oh, I should always make sure I use my dice at some point too, because we have the blessing of the monk. Not monk. I keep saying that. I'm so used to like hearing that. Oh, we have the blessing of the high roller going on. Okay, this got us a lot more steps. That's nice. No treats, unfortunately. This is good. I like the dining room here. This is nice. If we can keep moving, we'll be able to have a little snack. I only have 1 key though. I set security to high. And they have the audacity to give me 2 locked doors, neither of which uses a key card. Drawing room. Uh-oh. Oof, okay. Oh, do we redraw? You know, I say yeah, we do. We get this one. The dice are good. This gives us more money, ultimately as well. We have 4 dice. That'll end up being 20 more coins. We get gem here as well. And, it keeps us going upward, which is important. We don't want to be locked out, because if I didn't get something that went up, we'd be locked out from up above. And we can get a key probably somewhere and come back for those other doors, you know, down in... Which I want to come back to the dining room anyway, right? Why did I do this? Oh my god, I just wasted steps. I'm so dumb. Oh, secret passage. Yes, please. I still want the bookshop. No. No. We can run back to the commissary. This sucks to have to do this, but we can do it. I'm wasting money, but we can do it. I turned security to high. And the game has the audacity to never actually give me a key card. Key card door. So rude. And they didn't oh my god. They didn't give me any keys here. They were like, just no keys. I have a key card. I set security to high, so the locked doors should be more likely to be key card security doors. But no. No. Game just said no. Screw you, Cell. Fine. This is just a bad day. I'm just having a bad day. Like, nothing is going my way today. Man. Started out bad before I even left for work. Oops. Man. Sucks. Okay. I guess we call it a day, because there's nowhere else to go. Everywhere's locked. To give me a locked door out the back of the secret passage, too, leads to a room color of your choice. Hell, it does. Man, okay, fine. Call it. Not like we really gained anything from this day. We just wasted it. But we only started with 2 gems anyway, you know, like, charming cottage. Yeah, sure it was. Bad luck day. Sucks. Day 30, December 6th. Oh, I should have gone back to the basement. What was I thinking? Oh well. It's fine. Remember in future, I need to remember. If things don't go well in the house, I should go out to the basement. I feel if I make a wish, I should be able to have good luck for the day. That's what I just believe. That's my personal opinion. Okay, let's hope for the schoolhouse, because I want to work on that puzzle. Or get information from the classrooms, at least. Nope. But I'll take the tomb. But I know better now. I'm not going to go in it, because there's nothing for me in there right now. So... instead, we go back into the house. Back inside. I'm not going to waste as many steps this time. Still start out over here. I'm pretty tempted to just get hallway. Yeah, we'll do hallway. It's not a good spot for the hallway, but I want the key. We lost the key the last time. We'll get this here, and then, what up here? Closet's fine. We have so many doors out that other direction. I'll do the closet and get some items. Another key. Lovely. Alright, and let's open these doors and then go over to the hallway. Oops, I need to make sure I get the gem. And then we'll kind of have an idea. I think the observatory is good. I'm not used to entering the observatory from this door, though. Apples are extra delicious. I get 3 steps and 5 diamonds. That's pretty nice. You get a lot of stuff the more stars you have. We're 21 stars. We have a lot of gems. We'll do security. Furnace? Hell no. I don't think this is a dead end regardless, so I think I want the guest bedroom. Magnifying glass. Not what I wanted, but sure. Go over here. We have a key. I didn't have a key last time, so now we're gonna have a freaking key. Oh, corridor's always unlocked, so we definitely want it higher up when we're more likely to actually get locked rooms. Be great to have the corridor instead. Like, if we build, like, on, like, rank, 6, right? If we get the spare room, there's a possibility it'll be locked. Compared to down here, it'll be more likely to be locked on rank 6. But the corridor, right? If we get the corridor up on rank 6, it's definitely going to be unlocked. And spare room will probably be unlocked here, so it's more likely, right, that both rooms will be unlocked if we put spare room here and corridor up here, compared to corridor here, which is kind of a waste, if that makes sense. So, spare room, okay. But I want to go over here, grab my bacon and eggs, little treat, over here. Yeah, we have a door up anyway. Let's just do storeroom. It might as well have a dead end here because we know we can move up from the spare room. So, and this is how drafting strategy volume 3 is what that told us to do, is kind of really maximize your bottom levels here. Yeah, I'll do a drawing room. More steps is nice. I'm actually not really happy with any of these. I'm gonna redraw. I'm gonna be a little crazy and do the utility, just so that if we draw the gym is off. I just need to make sure we don't have the blessing of the high roller anymore, so. I guess parlor probably be good to get the gems in here. The gems are in the blue box. The gems are in a box next to this box. That could be true, and that could be true. The gems are in this box. Nope. Nope. So this one's false. This one's false. Because they can't all be true. So this one's false. That one can be true. The gems are in this box. Nope. False. This one is true. And it's not in that one, so they're in this one. Okay. Man, I will be so sad if I missed the parlor puzzle once because I really didn't take it very seriously. I would be really sad if I took it seriously and confidently opened a box and got it wrong. I would be so sad. Gym. Because we can always go, I kind of want to move, well, we can always go down to security. We do have that. Yeah, we'll do this one. We don't need the gym right now. Although the gym is turned off, so it does us no harm. But, this room gives us more steps, so, why not? This actually is not a bad spot for the corridor. I want to be able to still get back left, right? So I'm okay with this. The library. I said I wanted to get back left though, but we do need the library because we need to read our new book. The only person who checked it out because I bought it. This book was graciously gifted by Simon P. Jones. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. The Curse of Blackbridge. Ooh. By Redford Ewing. Why does that feel like an anagram? What would it be an anagram for? Ewing. I don't even because I don't know where the W would go. Okay. Forward. Go away, magnifying glass. Wait. I'm back, magnifying glass. I just need to check and make sure there's nothing. No, okay. Hey, remember that one time I got the gallery? I swear I got the gallery before. What was up with that? I think it was in this playthrough. I played a little bit on another account once. But I think it was on this playthrough that I got the gallery. On stream, I think. Maybe I never did. How do I get the gallery? What happened to that? The legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm, for versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colorful, more verbose, and, as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised by how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet, the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic, the story my grandmother told me, as a boy, long ago. Okay. Well known to the people. Okay. Oops. Legend of Blackbridge, one that's well known. Okay. Forward. Says it's a story that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm. Okay. Part 1. The Berry Picker from Oris. Okay. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that the locals deemed it appropriate to call their number the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst, and for each crime that fearful travelers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, highway robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyway to sustain his pitiful existence. It is not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take any easy road out. An easy and well-traveled road paved with temptations leading out of the city and into the gentry lands, where those purse strings entwined with the strands of salvation and glisten equally with the hope of opportunity. It was this road that eventually led Jesper to the end of his youth, a hidden cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, the notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Despite the hardened circumstances that had led him to this vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted, and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while the others slept soundly, tucked away in the cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out into the woods before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant Jesper could reach the furthermost berry patches without worry of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination, and along the way Jesper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments of earnest examination before finding a single one. I don't know, right there in that picture it looks like a lot of berries to me. Jesper was patient, but even patience has its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove surprised even Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a bounteous sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses, Jesper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of this newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jesper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in this task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. I mean, does it really matter if he shared the location of the berries? Because, like, it feels like he's the only berry picker, right? Because he's, like, in solitude, they said. Everyone else is sleeping because, like, he's the one who's not, you know, sleeping during the day. So that's why he's all alone, right? So, like, why would he tell people where the berries are? That seems weird. Like, he doesn't need to. A carriage is approaching. The thought of it made Jesper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept toward the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment before the sound's source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jesper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees, led by 2 beautiful white horses, and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage, it was a royal carriage. Even without ever having witnessed such a sight before, Jesper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jesper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effort that the noble steed slid to a sudden halt with precise control. "You boy, get out from behind that bush!" he shouted He shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startle me half to death, coming round the bend with my own drive and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought to be not to be any face." Okay. Jesper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for courtly behavior, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries," Jesper raised his half-filled basket to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanor of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jesper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expressions on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with the berry basket. Any suspicions that the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. Berries, eh? So you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy. Jesper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. I know, and what luck I found them! I have only just begun picking, and look how many I have! It would have taken me fourfold the time back home to procure this number. The driver bent down for a closer look. Where is your home, boy? Must be quite far. Jesper replied with a scripted response. A little south of Tanner Fork, just past the burnt woods. My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning. It was true, Tanner Fork was in the exact opposite direction that Jesper had traveled, and while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to Blackbridge Canyon, he could see why it might seem less believable here. Sir, I've traveled much farther for much less profit. I dare say there is no distance yet made by man that would not be worth undertaking for such a prize as these. Surely you have tasted them for yourself. Jesper felt happier with this response, as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. In my youth often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far, and even then my father would always drive us here in our carriage, so I'm ashamed I never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward. It was Jesper's time to smile. Then let my efforts reward us both today. He raised the basket even higher. A taste in memory of your youth, sir. The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down to the basket. At the moment his fingers touched the first berry, the dagger in turn met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth. The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause. Though I will admit, the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me. Unable to find the purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted to search the seat under him. Why have you no purse upon your person? The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing toward the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn softly. There's a locked box in the carriage. Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands, a concession I assure you of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat. The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself down the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree, where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on the man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory, in their place cold, dark eyes displaying no emotion. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you are showing me? Jesper... Oh wait, as a guy. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you are showing me? Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it, secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. If there is no lockbox, there will be no clemency. Inside, the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, 2 observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all 4 sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Orindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. We'll come back to some of that information. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock and would open easily without a key. Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box? Without emotion, the driver replied, There is no key to that box. Jesper stood up. Easy enough, then. Interesting. There's a picture of the box. Look at it. The totemic runes. He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent back down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed, given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. An effigy. Effigy carved from stone, huh? The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed. Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is it? That's one. Feeling his disappointment rising to anger now, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what, you mumbling Argentor? That better not be a slur in whatever fantasy language we're doing. They shouldn't have tricked me. In God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? The man did not seem intimidated. 1 pace. He paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now splattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had of course heard stories of curses, and had never doubted their validity in the past. But now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he stood now, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do? To be discovered here, beside a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries, and raving about a curse that could very well not be real. Now, it would most certainly be better to face one's fate now. Take a dozen paces and see if life goes on. Sorry, I wanna... Ashton had nothing in the picture here. Oh wait, I didn't look at the picture from... Okay. The magnifying glass isn't really useful for many things, I'm realizing. I mean, I've already realized, but... Okay. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste away 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution. And if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him, as if he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task was too great to chance. Additional risk of undertaking a task too great chance. What? Okay, whatever. I don't know where a verb went there, but and so after a profound breath, he took his second, third, and fourth steps, though they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox, whose typical function oft secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? And with that statement said aloud, to the horses seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. Part 2. Right, let's record part 1. Take notes. Okay, part 1. The berry picker from Oris. When the land was not peaceful, there was a group of bandits called the Unholy Hounds. Jesper was a berry picker with the group. In the cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. Okay, the group was in Blackbridge Canyon? Yeah, okay. Who lived in a cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. Counted for time lost this long stretch. Okay, so he kept going. Okay, so he traveled farther than normal, found a patch of many berries, ran in or a man he thought was servant drove by the nearby road in a carriage with golden trim and 2 white horses. In a carriage with golden trim and 2 white horses. The man stopped, surprised by the boy, thinking he was bandit. Boy showed berries. Man said he used to pick berries there. Boy lied and said he was, where did he say he was from? Tanner Fork. From Tanner Fork. But it wasn't a good lie because it was, I don't know, it's hard. I'm not sure I understand the geography that they describe, so I'm not going to even write it down. Um, mm, boy shared berry basket. Um, knife to man's throat when close enough. Man didn't have purse, but had lockbox in the carriage. But had lockbox in the carriage. Um, carriage was dusty inside, so the man was not a rich noble's driver, but the boy focused on the box. Totemic symbols carved on all four sides of the box. Was very old. Um, likely not created by Orindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Okay. Okay. Numbers always really stand out to me here. Uh, box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock that needed key. Boy broke the lock with a rock since driver didn't have key. Um, inside was effigy of stone. Driver said boy was cursed. Um, hmm, see here. Driver said boy was cursed. Um, space. Oh, okay. Uh, and that the boy 12 more. So he has 13 steps in total. Um, has 13 steps in total with the effigy until he dies. Um, and he already used one to step toward him. Right? That's yeah, over towards the man. Okay. Um, boy called him Agentor. In italics. Okay. Um, okay. And then he oh he okay. Killed the man by hitting him in head with effigy, which now has blood on it. um, starts to go a little crazy. He then walks. How many steps was it? The second, third, and fourth steps. Okay. Uses second through fourth steps to get to the carriage. Still has effigy with him. Okay. Part 2, below the Black Bridge. Below the Black Bridge. Okay. All right. Next. Oh, there we go. All right. Hold on. Huh. Sorry, I had an Amazon package that's supposed to come this morning. They're like, oh, it's delayed. It was like 1 day delivery, but it was like something I kind of wanted sooner because I was out. And they're like, yeah, you're supposed to get it by 11 a.m. And then they're like, sorry, it's been delayed. And it literally just went out for delivery 3 minutes ago. It's like, why promise? It's like quicker delivery if you can't actually deliver on it. Like, Amazon always does that, and they're even like free 2 day delivery, and you're like, sweet. And they're like, yeah, it'll only take 5 days because like there's some delays. Then don't promise 2 day delivery if you can't do 2 day delivery. Jeez. Okay. Miller awoke to some light nudging from a familiar foot. Only one person would have the cheek to awaken her in such ill-mannered fashion. Shaking the sleep from her eyes, she glared up at him in the darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again, teasingly, then stepped back into the dim. Hmm? After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkness of the cave, Miller remembered. She was on third watch today. Quietly collecting her things and wits, Miller turned as she left, waving to her young friend, who was more than likely already asleep. She crept through the cavern's main passage, careful not to wake the sleeping bandits around her. Like a hero in a book, she often mused. Quietly, she grabbed a bow from the haphazardly formed piles of weapons, shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it held. She then walked toward the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Above her, in one of the few trees found in the canyon, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than a gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered a braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following the finger, and saw a pail of water resting beside a nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first, and in turn Miller followed. What are they doing? Ravia pointed to the braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Okay, she like ties the pail of rope onto the rope, and the pail of water goes up. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for maneuvering in this tree post, a necessary concession for the concealment the outpost demanded. Ravia tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating how thirsty she had been. Miller laughed silently as water poured out, splashing into Ravia's face. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly scolded for the unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence of the morning. They had been, there's Blackbird, I guess. They had been on third watch together for over a month, and during that speechless time their friendship had grown into something special. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce among the unholy hounds. She had felt camaraderie before, of course, but intimacy, never. From their elevated vantage, the girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern as well as a clear view of the bridge that spanned across the canyon. Blackbridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains, the overpass that connected Oris and Reddington. Reddington. To the to the city-faring travelers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure that travelers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure that they do. Like most of her band, Miller preferred the night. The biting glare of the sun might be tolerable to farmhands and bricklayers, but to a cavern-housed bandit, it was a source of constant annoyance. In the day there was no shroud to conceal her expressions, nor to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Ravia touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress a budding smile, subtly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary, gestures quietly forged in the shared solitude of their mouth along the branches, and their month along the branches. God damn it. Why is there so much reading? She watched as Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath them. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend not to understand. Ravia rolled her eyes and turned away, looking back to the canyon. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller too heard the sounds of approach. Ravia held up two bent fingers, and a few moments later the two men emerged from the bridge's southern end. Hold on. I don't know what the two bent fingers mean. I mean, she doesn't know that there's two men, right? Or does she? Or was that just a general be quiet symbol? Hey, Trunk Monkey. Welcome, welcome. We're reading a really long book. Our first day we kind of got screwed over. Started fresh on a second day, and now we are in the library reading a book. Very long book. They were dressed in a familiar uniform, long gray coats with black facings, white waistcoats, and black tricorn hats. The American Revolutionaries! They belonged to the local patrol, the Black Guard. Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at Blackbridge wasn't an unusual sight. The Black Guard, because they're probably in Oris, right? And the color of Oris is black, right? I think. And then currently the plate where we're at in the game, I forget, but the color's red, and they're the Red Guard. So it's similar. Yeah, the book's been very long. Um, Although not an everyday occurrence, the presence of Blackbridge wasn't an unusual sight. It typically indicated an important traveler's impending passage across the bridge, information that the girls would promptly relay to their leaders as soon as the coast was clear. But this report, while exciting, was rarely acted upon. In Miller's 5 years in the Unholy Hounds, she had never once seen a carriage taken in open daylight when the Blackguard was nearby. The men had nearly reached the bridge's north end when Miller heard the horses, faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Ravia's eyes met Miller's. The same concern mirrored in each other's expressions. This did not sound like the typical carriage, cautiously approaching the bridge to cross. Instead of the familiar crunch of the high road's gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention. Oh, it's a blackguard up at the top in the picture. There they are. Those are the dudes. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards, looking through the foliage. The sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. Hmm? Is the carriage unrelated to the blackguard then? In an instant, Miller had nocked an arrow and drawn her bow. Go! Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left Miller's mouth. The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing toward the cave. There was no road that ran below the canyon. There was no reason for numerous horses to be approaching their cave. There was only one reasonable conclusion, and both girls had reached it instantly. The base had been compromised. This was a blackguard attack. Oh, no, no, this is Jesper's carriage, probably. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose her first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She had expected cavalry. Before she even finished processing that thought, her second arrow was in the air. Without a trail, it would be unthinkable for a carriage to traverse such rough terrain. Yet she watched as the wheels jolted over the rocky riverbed. A third arrow was now in flight, and there would be no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before the vehicle dipped into a ditch, slamming into an embankment. The force of this sudden halt immediately shattered the front two wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller Okay, wait. Okay, so she killed the driver, I'm assuming? Miller quickly glanced over her shoulder to see if any horses were also approaching from the rear. Down in the canyon, the entire horde of the unholy hounds came spilling forth from the earth as if hell itself had suddenly sprung open. The group seemed even more bewildered than Miller, half asleep and tripping over one another in a desperate attempt to engage an unseen enemy in combat. Miller could see Ravia among their number, the only one looking up at her. Her expression was chilling. There would be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they both now realized. They had made a mistake. The gang's chieftain, Geoffrey Heartslasher, led the others, cautiously approaching the crashed carriage like a suspicious fox would near a baited trap. There were no words exchanged as the group crept forward in customary silence. A dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him a blood-stained effigy carved from stone. Oh, it is Jesper. Miller was inconsolable. I mean, Jesper should know better than to ride the carriage into the canyon during the day. He knows. He should have waited. It's not like that big of a deal. Like, he can't take any more steps as long as he gets back. I don't know how. He wasn't that far away. It was like 3 hours walk. Like, how long has it been? A half-hour carriage ride? Like, he's like, oh no, I can't leave the carriage. I'm gonna starve if no one can bring me food or anything. Like, dude, you're like it's been half an hour. Like, come on. Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favorite. He had always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the hems of her every move, the way a child tails behind an older sibling. Tender-hearted she had always called him, though deep down she had known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability that emerged in the most perilous of situations. He had been a flower among the nettles of this cave. A flower. Flower. Oh my God. Okay. He had been a flower among the nettles of this cave, but he still had thorns, honed by a grim past and 100 hands of misfortune. They buried him in the darkness, in the back of one of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he had treasured. The mysterious effigy they had found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone, a marker that stood out as somewhat special among the rows of similar swords marking neighboring plots. No one spoke, not even in whispers. There was nothing to say. Okay. A berry basket. And silk handkerchief. Miller awoke the next day to a thunderous shaking and rattling of the earth, a far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained to adjust her eyes, but the choking sting of stirred-up dust caused her to flinch. Panic was also in the air. The sounds of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her. But even in alarm, the silence was louder. What was it that sounded so strange? Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. The whispers around her were getting louder, and intense voices could be heard overhead. Louder speech than she had ever heard spoken in the canyon. A growing dread grew as Miller approached the mouth of the cave, her eyes now open wide despite the dust. Shouldn't it be day? Miller felt a hand in the darkness pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed 2 bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. An hour or so later the screams began, blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Froderick Lee of the Blackguard looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ha, he grinned. Now they speak. Okay, oh, that's the end of the book? That's it? Oh, there's two parts. Okay. Thank God. Okay. Here we go. Take notes. Note taking time. Okay, Miller, one of the bandits, meets Ravia. They, um, for third watch in tree. Uh, she has bow and arrow. Actually, we'll figure that out later because we already have that when she shoots Jesper. Above her, one of the few trees in the canyon. Miller could see. Oh, Ravia. Okay. Okay. Rule of canyon. No sound. Um. Uh. Raise pail of water. Pail of water with rope. Jesus. Into tree. Um. They are good friends. Maybe girlfriends. Who knows? Um. Okay. Here's some like geography stuff. Okay. Uh, Black Bridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains. The overpass that connected Oris and Reddington. Isn't Oris the middle? Was Oris the upper part? I need to review. Hopefully we can order History of Orindia though soon, and then we'll get our review. To the city-faring travelers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was yeah, okay. Hmm. All right, I should put this down so you can see what I'm reading. I'm trying to read this paragraph. I don't know if these symbols are important. So we might okay, so some signs Ravia and Miller share. Um touch elbow and point up. Um place palms flat on floorboards. Um, okay. Um, two bent fingers to uh say to black guard. Okay, yeah. Okay. This description really doesn't say well, okay, hold on. Uh third arrow was now in flight, and there would be no need for a fourth. So sorry, I'm blocking with my notes. So third arrow, Ravia. Wait. Then Jesper's carriage into the canyon. Ravia went to warn um, bandits. Miller shot Jesper by the third arrow. Wait, did she kill the horses? Sounds like she was aiming for the horses, but uh unclear. Okay. He was catapulted when the carriage suddenly stopped. Um, they all realize it was Jesper. Uh, Gang's chieftain, Jeffrey Heart Slasher. I don't know if that's important, but why would we be given specific names if they're not important? What was it? It was Jesper. He had bloodstained effigy carved from stone. He had the blood-stained effigy. It's blood-stained. Before it was bloody, but now it is actually still stained with blood. Okay, Miller. Um, Jesper was her favorite. Really? I thought she liked Ravia. Miller. She can't decide who she likes. Everyone's her favorite. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. They bury him in the back of the cave. They bury him in back of cave. He has berry basket, but all the other graves back there have swords. I want to look in the back of the tomb. Luckily, we have built the tomb in the outer room for this particular day. Oh, and the effigy is a distinguished gravestone. Oh wait, they put the berry basket, didn't they? Oh, a turd with a berry. Oh right, okay. Oh no, no, no. Okay. Cut. Paste. Um, back at the cave with berry basket and silk handkerchief, which hadn't been mentioned before, so I'm not sure why that's important. Um, uh, Miller and Ravia forgot to tell the bandits about the blackguard they had seen, so the blackguard show up with um show up includes Captain Bodrick Lee, and they cause a uh, cave in at the mouth of the cave, trapping the bandits inside. Okay. Why is this significant to us? Okay. Now we need to hand, huh? Okay, I want to take screenshots of all this just because I know it's kind of boring. Bear with me for a second. We're almost done with the book. You just never know what you might need it for. Um, that was interesting. I don't know what to do with any of this information. I'm not sure why it is important. We just kind of read it and hooray. Presumably we got some clues. To what? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see it when we see it. I really wanted, especially with all this berry picking talk, I really wanted into the orchard, man, but I have no idea what that combination is. Also, I'm already very hungry. Berry picking, yeah. Yeah, there's berry picking. I want into the orchard. I know the orchard doesn't have berries, but it feels like the right vibe. But but yeah, part two, almost done with our screenshots. Maybe I can find something that puts berries on there. Berries on where? I don't think I've ever seen berries or a berry basket in this place. But I do want to go back down to the tomb though, because that's making me wonder some things. For the orchard. Um, I mean, there's a padlock to get to the orchard, or a combination lock with four numbers again. But it's not safe, so it's not going to be one of the dates, and I just don't know what numbers, what the code is to the orchard. So I don't know how to get in there. Oh my gosh, almost done. I think this is the second to last page and the last page. Fine. Okay. All right. Let's go. We're done with this book. Enough books and reading. Hold on, I need a drink though. Okay, I was reading that for a really long time. Jeez. Yeah, okay. Nothing else around here. Let's continue on. What is our map looking like again? Like that. Okay. I have four keys. Mm, we'll use up our keys for now. If I happen to find a key card, then I'll circle back around to security. I mean, I have to go back down to security at some point anyway, but for right now, I'll use the keys. Yeah, sure. Bookshop. I can't not get the bookshop, especially since I mean, like the rotunda we can use because that can rotate and we can go around all around there, which would be really convenient. But I kind of want the bookshop. Also, it's fewer gems too. We can get another drafting strategy. We'll hold off on it though. Maybe we can get more money. Maybe like the vault or something is somewhere. Look, already more money. Already more money is coming to us. I feel like I'm entering all of these rooms backwards today. It's making me super uncomfortable. The dark room's fine because I have the utility closet. So that's fine. I'm cool with it. But I do have to step in here for the lights to turn off. Okay. Well, let's go back to security. Not security. I mean, well, no, it's not worth going all the way back to security yet. We just have to go back to the utility closet, unfortunately. Over here, right? Yeah. But I mean, it's not so bad. Could be farther. Wait. I can turn the keycard system off, right? If I do something with... I think if I turn it off in security... You know what? I do want to go back to security, I think. Yeah, through here. And then... Oops. No. Hold on. I don't want... How do I... Okay, back to game. Okay. Yeah, I want to go to the observatory. Okay. Back through here. Okay. Treats? Treats? No treats. No treats. Okay. Coat check would be cool, but I don't really know if I have like a real need for coat check. Yeah, we'll do this one. Yeah. This mode determines the default setting on security doors will be set to if power is lost. Oh, okay, I get it. And so I can say they're set to unlocked, and then I can turn... That's how I... Okay, I get it. I get it. General safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff members are working on the estate. Okay, yeah. So unlocked. Yes. Yes. Okay. And I will set the security level to high so that most of the... Let me just double check. The amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. Expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with the low setting and 5 or 6 with the high setting, yeah. So we will get more of these, but they will be unlocked. Okay, I understand now. I understand now. It all makes sense to me. Okay. And now I get the gem. Perfect. Beautiful. Love it. It seems like a dead end anyway, so let's do the book room. I am kind of worried about my steps because I've had to take a weird... Oh, the money's fine. Because maybe we can save up for a book. Hi, Meatball. Hi. Hello. Look at that, so cute. Hi. Oh my gosh, hi. Okay. Why is there not... I feel like there should be an Orajai box here in this room. You know? Fun little Orajai box. Not Morajai. What am I saying? Feel like there should be. Okay. Now let's go all the way back around the dark room. We should have everything all set up this way, right? Yes. Everything should be all ready to go for us here. No. I go back in here. No, right? Yeah, to turn the security door power off. Off. Okay. So now all of those should be unlocked. +2, appreciate it. Okay, we're starting to run low on steps, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't think we're gonna get to 50 money. I'm gonna purchase drafting strategy. Just gonna do it. Lockpick. Okay, between our 3 keys, a lockpick and security doors should be frequent, but also unlocked. We should be good key-wise, because we ran out of keys on our last run. Lockpick worked here. Perfect. Patio. Spreads gems through the green rooms? What's the point? I don't have any other green rooms. And it costs a gem. I think I just want the lavatory. I don't know that anything bad happens in the lavatory, you know? So I kind of want it there just to get it out of the way. Okay, we'll use a key then. We'll use a key, fine. Oh, the freezer. We could continue though, but we have a lot of gems and coins. But I think we're set up so well. Like right now, the gems and coins aren't what's actually like our strength this run. Our strength this run, I think, is our key situation. We have 2 keys, which is actually a lot of keys, but we're good on the like lock security door thing and everything. So I think I want this. And we're low on steps, but this will give us steps. We just need a couple more rooms here. Yes, lockpick work. Great. Music room. Gives us even more keys. That's nice. Kitchen though, you know what? Maybe we'll do kitchen because we are low on steps. Yeah, I think we'll do kitchen. In a crazy turn of events. Right next to the dining room. Tomato soup. Plus 5 steps for every red room in my house. I have 2 though. That's 10 steps. 15 steps for 8. 10 steps for 5. So like that 5 steps is like 2.5. Here 5 steps is like what? Which one's more beneficial? I guess how many steps do I want in total? I guess I think 8 because I want more steps. But I might come back for this at some point in future, you know? Okay, we need something that goes right. Chapel goes right. I hate to lose coins, but if we get the tomato soup, that can help. So go ahead and do the chapel. You know what? It's not the end of the world to lose a coin. So what? We have a bunch right in here. Look at that. Look at that. Actually, maybe I should go buy the tomato soup right now. Yeah, there we go. Plus 15 steps from the tomato soup. All right, now we're pretty good on steps. And we have access to the foundation, so that's good too. Okay. I don't know if we use a key there or not. I'm more concerned about the foundation. Oh, this is keycard doors. Nice. If we want to access the left side, we have to do the pool. Yeah, and we can now go back to the dining room. I should probably actually do that right now before we go too much farther. That's the only way to get there. The chapel again, losing our money, but that's fine. I mean, I've already determined we're not going to get 50. What do I need for this? A furnace? Pfft, hell no. I'm not building a furnace in this place. It's 20 steps. Okay. Now we don't lose all that many steps. Since we're pretty close. I think the gym here is good. Yeah, the gym is fine. It's not like we lose from it or anything. So, let's do this corner first, though. Billiard room. Yeah, billiard room. It's the only one that doesn't lock us off. Okay, nothing. No treats around. Okay. 2 times 11 is 22. Minus 12 is 10. 10 times 6 is 60. Divided by 5 is 12. Minus 3 is 9. 2 times 15 is 30. Divided by 3 is 10. Minus 9 is 1. Okay, keys. 2 more keys. Nice. Watch, this door's locked. Knew it. But we have a lockpick. Didn't even need to waste a key. That's a lot of steps again. I kind of like it. Although we do block ourselves off from 2 rooms over there, which kind of sucks. But, office room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they're placed in this room. That could potentially get us good stuff, maybe. Like, maybe? Master bedroom gives us a lot of steps. But do I need that many more steps right now? You know? I don't know if I really need them. Am I planning on spreading anything around my house, though, is the trick. What would I spread around my house? Keys, gems, money. With the terrace or whatever it is for the gems, the locker room for keys, the office for the money. Am I going to be doing that, though? Because I'd have to walk all the way back here. I think I want the master bedroom. I think I want the steps. I mean, it sucks to cut off these rooms, but I want the steps. Anything else in here? More dry box. There's the red prince over there again. Oh, right. It gives us treats. We have a compass. That's not actually all that helpful. Actually, that kind of sucks. I kind of want to get rid of it. Make it be gone. Oh, right. We have for every dead end, we get 5 gold in the tomb. I forgot about that. The steps are good then, because we could go out and collect our gold. How many dead ends do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 dead ends. That's not bad. That's 35. Actually, we might be able to save up enough to get the last book. We might be able to. Oh, the solarium is good. Yeah, we'll do that. Is there anything in here? Any treats? No. No treats, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, man. We need to reroll. The vault. Okay, on the one hand, this ends our run. On the other, it gives us enough if we go out to the tomb to buy the last book. But we don't... I think that just is also overkill, because we have 35 coins out in the tomb already. We'd already have 40 out in the tomb with the vault. Or whatever a dead end we end up... Or no, solarium, we already have... We have 40 out in the tomb, right? We have 40. So even though we lose 1 going through the chapel, right? We have 47 out there. We just need a few more. Just a few more. And one more dead end would give us enough to be able to buy a new clue, or the last clue, a new clue, or whatever it is. So I think we have enough without the vault. I'm not sure the vault is worth it right now. I don't know what we would really need the money for. So we're gonna continue our, especially because again, we have a good door situation going. We have a good amount of keys for our door situation, and we have 2 dice. We have 78 steps still, and this much of the house already gone through. So, like, definitely the way to go. Freezer. Locker room. Spread keys throughout the house. I do have a lot of steps. We'll do West Wing Hall. I don't want to end up not building the West Wing Hall, you know, and like taking advantage of that. Use a key. Ooh, this sounds good. Permanently add, yeah. Permanently add a room. We're running out of gems though. This is a permanent upgrade, so like that's kind of a big deal. There's that safe again. Still don't know what to do about it. Oh, Sunday, December 8th. Let me just make sure I have the right. Wait, is it 8th? No, it was 6th. Okay, I just can't read. So drafting strategy, volume 1. Okay. Till in November. Okay. The kennel. Continue. Each time you dig it in a room, unlock all doors in that room. Wait, that's kind of crazy. And the dovecot. Whenever you draw a dovecot while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. So anytime it comes up, I can rotate the floor plans. That's cool too, but I kind of want a kennel. That sounds fun. Yeah, I think I want this one. Wait, it has dogs too. Home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions. It can be assumed these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. Oh, I want to meet the dogs. A towering loft serving home to many of the feathered locals of Mount Holly. As a devout birdwatcher and amateur ornithologist, Mary had petitioned her uncle for years for this to be built on the estate. Oh, this is what our mom built, or asked to be built. Hmm. Could do our mom's thing or our great uncle's thing. I think we're gonna do the kennel. Because I mean, come on, it's the kennel with doggies. Yay. Okay. Permanently added kennel to the draft pool. Can we draft it now? I want it now. Kennel. No, okay. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need a kennel. Okay, I guess the morning room, because we're running low on gems anyway. And also, I don't have enough gems for the other one. Oh, coupon book. Each purchase is something cheaper. So now the oh no. Sauna. So next day with 20 steps, that's nice. I think I want to redraw though. Because I have it, why not? Kennel! That's not worth it. Our last redraw to get something that turns the right direction. Chamber, I've never gotten this room before. Uh-oh. This is a dead end. You need more paths into it. I need to enter through other doors as well. This was not. That was not it. Okay, whatever. That's fine. That was like, okay, I sauna would have been the way to go. Never mind. You know, whatever. All right, let's go out. By the this way. Go out to the tomb. I also want to check out the tomb too after we read all that stuff. Um, obviously it's not the laboratory. Okay. I'll be back for you. A new clue, 50. We have plenty. Wait. 17 coins? When did we get 17 coins? When did we get more money? We lost one for we had 18 coins. I thought we had 8. Was I somehow still getting the blessing of the thingy? Of the high roller? Because that would make sense, because I used some dice, and like that would if I used 2 dice, that would give me 10 coins. But I shouldn't have the blessing of the high roller. Okay. Oh, it's starting to get late. I need to check the clocks when I get inside. Because I spent so long reading the book. That's what happened. Maybe today is not a basement day. Today is a tomb day and buy a book day. I don't even have a shovel. Oh, right. It's not a dead end because it continues on inside. We have, oh my gosh, we have so much money. We can definitely afford a new clue. Hooray. Okay. But I want to see what's going on in here again. Like a Reaper angel. Right, and then there's this picture. I don't know. Okay, no. This doesn't seem to have anything to do with the whatchamacallit. The Black Bridge thing. I don't know. It just felt when they were saying like they buried him in the back of the cave, I was like, feels very cavey in there, but no. Alright, now we need to get inside. Look, I have 50 steps. It's like I'm starting the day afresh. I want to run inside and look at the clocks as well. It is 7:50. Okay, that's not bad. Let's go back and buy the book. And then we'll have bought all the books in the bookstore. I consider that a big accomplishment. Personally, I think that is pretty good. Yay! Oh right, and it was cheaper because of the coupon book. I mean, no need to build the bookshop anymore, right? Or do we get new books in once you've purchased all of the old ones? Okay, I think this is the end of this day. Oops. What a day it was. Okay, we have to call it a day though. Nothing more to do. All out of things to do. I believe. Yes, call it. So next is day 31, December 7th. A grand inn. I mean, I guess I built 5 bedrooms. I guess it counts as an inn. 6 bedrooms. What? Can I not count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the other bedroom? Does the tomb count as a bedroom? That's crazy. Maybe the tomb counts as a bedroom. Eternal rest and all that. Save and continue. This might be the last. Might end up being the last, depending on how long. Like, if we spend another hour, this will be the last day. But if it's a short one, then maybe not. Do. All right, let's run outside. Give our wish in the fountain thing. Go out, get our outside room. I like how the outside rooms make it very clear that this is like the first thing that like the game expects you to do in the day too. I usually don't have a shovel though, but I do have a kennel now, so I kind of feel I'm feeling tool shed. I'm feeling tool shed. See, okay, the battery pack not really worth it, but the lockpick honestly might be worth it. I feel like there will be a time where we will be using our last key and we will be like, wow, so glad we got to use the lockpick on all those previous locks. Unless the lockpick never works on any of the locks we get and we just run out of keys and I'm mad that I have the lockpick and I never even got to use it on a door. Yes. This is a bad place for security, to be honest. Storeroom. Okay. Up here we want something that turns right, if at all possible. Um... I guess the drawing room. This isn't my favorite place for it, but okay. I guess. I don't feel like I really need a lot of money right now. Because I bought all the books, but I mean, I guess I can use money for other things. Sure. Sure. You know, we'll get the commissary and I can buy like a sledgehammer or something. Or maybe the shovel will be in there. I'll do the observatory. No little items, okay. Dead end rooms are more common. Wonderful. Pair of chests added to the entrance hall. Okay. Cool. I got a key, but I don't... Okay, so we definitely want to go over to the drawing room for this other room. Okay, we want something that goes to the right. No, redraw. Go to the right. Okay, none of them go to the right. The attic has 8 items, and getting items this early is big. Hopefully there are some gems up here. Yeah, so it makes it worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And where's the 8th thing? Oh, the shovel. Perfect. This is good. You know what? That was fine. But now there's a lot of pressure on this room over here, but luckily we are coming out from the drawing room. Chamber of mirrors. No, won't work. Gotta redraw. Okay, okay, not ideal. Dead end rooms are more common though. Oh, they sure are. Okay, we need a room that goes left. Oh my gosh, heart of the cards. Goes left. Okay. And we have reroll dice, which we need, especially if dead end rooms are more common. That's gonna suck. And having gems is going to be important because we might need to avoid dead end rooms And so we might have to go with the gem option sometimes. Chapel's fine. The money is not super important today for us, to be honest. And there's money in the chapel anyway. We'll do commissary so that we can buy stuff right now. Especially sledgehammer, yes. And metal detector would be good too. That's great. Okay. I want to go to the front again. And now I'm not so worried about my money. Whatever. Steal all my money. Chapel Roan. I don't care. Do I look like I care about my money? No. Although we are kind of running low on steps already. Yikes. But what if we just get the freezer and I just have like 1,000,000 gems? Dead ends are more common, after all. I would go into the commissary and buy some gems. But that's an extra step, and we're running a little low on those. Yeah. Running low on steps, though. Secret passage is fine. I kind of want to... I want the foyer would be nice. That's not a dead end. Do we want a room of a particular color? I don't know that I really do. Ooh, but we can pick something that's not a dead end. Like, hallways definitely are not a dead end. Like, kind of by definition. The colors matter. I mean, like, what type of room, right? We get to pick if we want to shop a red room, which, why the hell would we want that? A bedroom, a green room, like one of the garden rooms, or a hallway. So, most of the shops all have, if we do it now, we'll probably get the locksmith for sure, and the laundry room. Actually, there are kind of two shops that are not ideal. And honestly, all these the left turning shops aren't really good for us either. So yeah, in the secret passage you can. Yeah. Only in this room though. What is this? Studio editions. Oh, okay. Things that I added from the studio. Oh, wow. It's crazy. There's one outer room I have yet to get. Fascinating. Okay, but hallways, like, they all, have multiple doors and stuff. So, it guarantees us not to be stuck with a dead end. So I think we gotta go hallway. Because this is a key position for us, too. Right? Like, right here, this is big. Locked doors. This one's always unlocked. This is literally the room we just drew last time. This is a room of every color. Go left or right there. Corridor's not worth it here. Great Hall, they're all locked, and that kind of sucks. So, I think Aquarium is the move. We have plenty of gems, so. Oh, and the aquarium has stuff. Oh, and we have shovel, so. Getting lots of coins, which I think will be good for us when we get if we can get a kitchen somewhere. 4 items is pretty nice. 3 gems is good, but I think 4 items. I want the items. For some reason, this is an items run. I want, like, all the items. Oh, that's big, because we're kind of running low on steps. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 is salt shaker. Oh, that's also good. So when we eat food, it'll be more beneficial for us. Okay, fine. I have 5 keys. Not concerned. kennel! Yes. Hi. Doggy! Hi, doggy. Hi. Yay. Can I play with you? No. Hi, doggy! Hi. Hi. Oh, this guy! Oh my god, I love you! Hi! Oh my gosh, you're my... Wait, I can pet you. I can pet him. Oh, yay! I can pet him. Hi, can I pet you? No, I can't. You're eating. You're not even looking at me. Oh, right. And if I do a dig spot in a room now, it unlocks all the unlocks all the doors in that room. What is this? Leashes. CAT. Cat. But what about a cat? Ooh, Cloister's big here. Especially because the other two are dead ends. This is good, though. This is good. Oh, look at all the dig spots. This is great. Base of the pillar. There we go. Okay. Oh, alright. Okay. We're getting lots of money. Yes! And it's extra nutritious. Thanks to the salt. Or extra delicious or something. I don't know. Extra steps is what... Oh, and because I dug in here, it opens all the doors. After I made the kennel. Okay, okay. We got interesting things going on here. Laboratory. Okay. Let's immediately go in here and run an experiment. I don't think there's anything for me to grab, or else my detector shovel. Well, it's not a detector shovel, it's just my metal detector, but I think it would have, you know, noticed, so. It'd be cool if we could get the, boiler room from this. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk. I have a sledgehammer. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. How many hallways do I have? I think I only have 2 hallways right now. But I would still gain 1 key. Spread dirt in the driveway. I don't really want dirt in the driveway. 3 times you open a locked trunk. I do have a sledgehammer, but will I be eating apples? Or I think the trunk. I gain 1 key. Yeah. Yeah, start experiment. Okay. It'd be cool if we get the boiler room out of here. No, of course not. Oh, I like the kitchen. I would love the kitchen because I want food. But I think I'm going to have to redraw because it's not a good spot here. I have to redraw again. You know what? Not ideal. We just wasted a lot of stuff too. Oh, wait, there's a chest. Ha ha ha. Okay. Right, I already knew that. Okay. I know we've already looked at this room. I just want to look again to make sure we haven't missed anything. Okay. We have 10 keys. Man, sure would love a locker room right now. I think security's good. And we don't want keycard rooms, because I have a million keys. And potential for getting more when I unlock a trunk. So, keycard system. Security settings. First off, set security level low. Confirm. And then offline mode is unlocked. Just in case we, you know, get the breaker room. Which we might. Because we have a lot of dead ends. I gotta be fine with the breaker room. Right here. Yes, that worked. Awesome. Locksmith. I don't know that I really want keys right now. But it at least gets a dead end out of the way. Yeah. Oh, I don't have that. Okay, well, never mind then. Redraw. Dark room, I guess. But I'm scared now because I don't want to draw the furnace. Which I might, because it's more likely for me to draw dead ends. And the furnace is a dead end. So we're not even gonna bother with the dark room right now. Oh, I have dig spots in here. I forgot. Another key. Oh my gosh. So many keys. But behind all the locked doors are dead ends. Another key. Why are they giving me so many keys? Oh no. Oh, the key card. Well, I'll use my key. Freezer. Freezes my money. I get to keep a lot of money, but I don't have any gems. I guess oh no. Redraw. Oh, well, at least we get a package the next day, I guess. And we can go YOLO it from the dark room as well. You know, like, that's also a thing we can do. Heart of the cards, man. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. We can also do the basement puzzle, too. We're running out of steps anyway. Actually, we can't do the basement puzzle because I don't think we have enough steps. Oh. They're both keycard. Oh my god. Okay. Fine. Fine. I set security to low. And then it was like, alright, bet. But then it gave me 2 key. Freaking. God damn it. Now what do I do? 1. Can I even make it to the basement? Back down here. Through the secret passage. Get a couple steps in here. There's some money here. Oh, I could buy gems in the commissary, but it doesn't do me any good now. Okay. Look at all the items I have. I have like 1,000,000 items, but what does it get me? Nothing. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Well, at least I can make it out to, the basement. We can try to work on the basement puzzle. Okay. Like, what are we even doing down here? Like, what am I trying to do? Where are we trying to get? Let's think logically. We can enter from up here. We can then go over here. We fall down right here. We can go up here, and we can get over here. Clearly, it wants us to go this direction, too. But we fall down. This one we can pull back and put here. But then what do we do when we get to here? That one. Don't mind me. Just doing some warehouse work. Okay. And then this one. Oh, our goal is to get over to that other one. I see. It's 2 separate puzzles. We need to do this puzzle first in order to be able to... We need to get this way, and our goal is to move over there and get that one over here. And then we can go this direction. 2 separate puzzles. 2 separate, like, missions. Oh, it's too high. I made it too high. Oops. Oh, because we need it again down there. I see, I see. Yay, okay. I don't know why I couldn't figure this out last time. Am I stupid? Okay, we need that one back down there. So we have to go back up here. Go back over here. And move this one down here now. And the other one needs to go back too. Wow, this is so much. Why was this so hard for me the other day? My god, I'm so stupid. Okay. This is so easy. Why did I think this was difficult? What is wrong with me? Okay. Oh, that's... I just need to not put that one in place yet. Should be good. Okay. That... I don't know if that one is in quite the right position though. The one that I haven't touched today. Oh. Secrets. "100 Bells, Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. Okay, we're gonna screenshot this. Oh, this is big. Okay. We now know we're all... Screenshot this as well, but we can just write it down. Why are full bugs in my apartment lately? Must be the weather. Okay. North lever is underground. That's the one we want. Underground. Hold on. There's something I need the magnifying glass. Okay. Basement. Antechamber. Entry controls sheet. North lever. Underground. East lever. Great Hall. South lever. Greenhouse. Have I seen the Great Hall? West lever. Secret garden. Okay. Oh, there's some stuff down there I need to read too. North of reservoir. Okay. North of reservoir. Oh, because that's the thing under the fountain, right? And that's part of the map that we have in the tomb, shows the reservoir. What is this down here now? One backup lever for each antechamber door has been installed in separate locations for redundancy. However, we have been told that the locations of this reserve system will not be disclosed to the staff. I want to write that here, just for reference. One backup lever for each antechamber door has been installed in separate locations for redundancy. Has been installed in separate locations for redundancy. However, we have been told that the locations of this reserve system, we have been told that the locations of this reserved system will not be disclosed to the staff. Okay. Purple book, brown book. Don't know why that matters, but okay. That's not a path. Okay. Oh, good. We made it. Okay. Okay. That's not a path either. It's just... Why is there an arrow, though? Up. I don't see anything up. What are you on about? Arrow. Boop. What did that do? Secret bookshelf room. Ah. Wait, what is drop down? Yeah, it's fine. Who are you, by the way? Who are you? Okay. Secret room, secret room. Oh, don't fall down. This is it. Oh, I need the pump room. I don't have that. This would be it. So, to get to the north, on the north side of the reservoir, what side am I on? Oh wait, what the heck is this? What is this? Blocking my path. Okay. Alright, new puzzle, let's go. Gotta be locked in. This is the reservoir. It's on the north side of the reservoir. Hold on. I want to look up that one picture that we saw in the tomb. Reminds you of Indiana Jones? Kind of. I mean, I'm not familiar enough with Indiana Jones, so like maybe... okay. Where is that map from the tomb? I have it somewhere in my screenshots. Here it is. Okay. We'll pull it up. Reservoir. Oh, basement too. Okay. Yeah. No, this is the north side of the reservoir. Oh, do we have to go down? Maybe we need to lower the water and then I didn't want to do that. Okay. Back in the game. Maybe we want to... I'm pretty sure this is the north side. So we... Well, oh, we want to go down there, I think. So we need to lower the water. That's what we need to do. How do we get that boat? What's over there? What's on the south side? There's like a path to get to somewhere on that south side of the reservoir. And also, what's that other place over there? Excavation tunnel. Okay. You guys can't see, but it's okay. It'll be secrets just for me. Alright, well, let's go. Okay, we'll just turn it, see where it takes us. I want one of the wheels to come to me. One of the cogs. Imagine if each of these were a separate room. Oh, do we want to go over there? That one looks like just a dead end. This one looks like we can push that minecart or something, but obviously we want to go over there. No, we also want to go over there, too. Ooh, so many places to be. What is this? Oh. Well, that doesn't help me. Okay. So this is not the peg that I want, basically. Oh, this turns the bottom one as well. Okay, that's important to know. But obviously this setup wasn't what I wanted. Because it only took me one place. Okay, well. This likewise isn't what I want. Okay. I don't know, man. There's only one direction each of these places. Oh, this is fine. Oh, the full map! Fascinating. Okay. Catacombs. Oh, wait! That's where I was. Oh, that's the door. Oh, okay. This is the tomb. The tomb leads down to here, and this is the catacombs. This is where, like, that Reaper Angel is over here, and where I have the bottom corner of this map over here. And then there's a door that we couldn't get to, and that's over here. So that this would lead us down here easier than doing the whole, like, so if we get the tomb, we can go to the reservoir easier than playing this whole little, you know, puzzle that we're in now. And what I was just looking at was like this bottom corner. It was like cut off. It was like here and like right here, or it had cut off up here and like this down here, and it has some of this. But okay. And so the basement. Oh, this just leads outside. Okay, I thought it was well, but this part leads to somewhere cool, I guess. I thought this was under the fountain for some reason. I mean, I guess technically it is. Maybe. I don't know what this room's about. Obviously, oh, not okay. So let's look right here. We have a key. One is the elevator. Yeah. Two is the concealed entrance in the basement. 3 is a cliffside exit. Yeah, that's the exit from the basement. 4 is the minecart. Cool. So we want to push it around, I guess. Fountain entrance is 5. Okay. So you can get here from the fountain. Oh, I get it. The fountain. This is where this is below the fountain. I think if something happens with the fountain, and you can go down into the fountain. I've seen that, and that's right down here. 6 is the tomb entrance. 7 is the torch chamber. What's the torch chamber about? 8 is the rotating gear where we're at now, and 9 is to the north. The north lever! Oh man, okay. We'll do a run here, and then eventually we can get into the oh, the mechanarium. As a secret floor plan to permanently add mechanarium to your draft pool. Why would I say no? Mechanarium has 1 door for each like mechanical room in my house. Oh, so it could have no doors in it if I don't have any sort of mechanical rooms, like the utility closet or the pump room or the boiler room. I think that rooms like that have this symbol. Yeah, we'll permanently add it. Why not? I have the laboratory is one of them, for instance. So if we were to build it in there, it'd have 1 door. We got screwed over here by the observatory. That's what ruined our run for the day. That's where we went wrong. But in future, we could potentially make it back to. Okay, but like now, what do I do? I can't fall down. I was like, can I drop down to one of these things? Is there anything down here to like walk out on these little ledges? But there's, you know, not, so. This just takes me to the main entrance again. But If I go over to the other one and I raise it, then there's like, that's all I can do. If I spin this around so I get that one over here, like, let's just see, just in case. I think I need to get through the, I think I need to move the minecart or something. Yeah, this doesn't really get me anything, because I go over there, I raise it, but I can't even get onto the center from there. I think I have to drain the reservoir. What? Let's see. I don't think I screenshotted that map. I think I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. We gotta go back over there. Hold on. I didn't screenshot the map. No. What if I just, like, crawl along this edge, like in the movies? Have we considered that? Okay. Alright, screenshot this. Alright, and then also... We got in through the basement. If we get in through the fountain, we can, or if we can just get over to the other side, period. Although I don't know that draining the reservoir will get us over there, because the boat is over on the other side, and I don't think it goes all, like, it drains it completely. So, I think we have to get in through the fountain, and I don't know how to get in through the fountain. But I think if we get in through the fountain, and we should be able to go through that excavation tunnel and push the minecart out of the way at number 4. And then, we should be able to access this way here, and, that probably will be how we get, I mean, in theory, that's the only way, because there's no way to arrange it for us to get from here to here with these cogs. But we should be able to then be able to, because how else, there's no other way to get to here besides this, and we can't do it from here. There's no other entrances, so it has to be from here. And we can't go through the tomb yet, because that door is closed, so we definitely have to come down here through the fountain. But I don't know how to get through the fountain, though. How do we get through the fountain? Unless we can drain the reservoir. We'll try next time we get a pump room. I'll write that here. Okay, so, map of underground. For now, we want to try to get in through the fountain to move the minecart to access the cog. I don't know what the room is called. It literally has a name, but can I drain it entirely and walk all the way across and then get back up the other side? That's my question. Like, I know you can lower the water, but I don't, because I can't just take the boat across, right? Like, because I don't have the boat. So I would have to drain it entirely to the ground. And then I would need to, when I get to the other side, be able to walk up. I don't know if there are stairs on the other side that go all the way up to the top again. We can try it next time. Like, I don't have a pump room right now, so I'm pretty sure I don't have a pump room. Yeah, I don't. So, but we'll try it next time when next time I get a pump room. Okay, so get through the fountain to move the minecart to access the cog room to through the side passage to get to the north of the cogs to get to the north lever. Okay. Also look into back tomb entrance. And the torches room I don't think I can do anything with right now. I have a feeling. Okay. So, also want to try to drain the reservoir, to get to other side, maybe. Okay. Oh, but I thought the stairs under where I was, got me. I thought like I was standing over the north lever when I first got to the reservoir, but that's not the case, right? Now that we know. So maybe those stairs are a way down to get up the other side. We'll have to. We'll see. We'll see when we get a pump room. Was this all I wanted to do? Back to. Also want to try to drain the reservoir to get to the other side. Okay. I think that's all good. Okay. I think that's all we can do here today as well. We do get a package the next day, which is nice. Map of the reservoir, like this. So I first walked in here, right? Oh, see, but there's no... I want to look at... I don't really want to walk all the way back, but it doesn't really look like there's stairs over here, but maybe there are, like, kind of right here. But they're so clearly depicted over here. I don't know what's down here. But, like, we came in through here, and, we're right here, right? Or here right now, I think. No, we're here. No. We're over here somewhere. One of these two. Right now. We want to get to right here. Stairs are under the water. Maybe, but like these stairs are depicted, right? Why would they not have any stairs showing the fact that they get to this ledge? Right? These stairs, the water line is right here, and we can see them going into the water, and it shows where they come up. But over here, they don't. And even if they're underwater, if they don't go up to this ledge, it doesn't do us any good, because we need to get to this ledge to go around the backside. We can try it. I am not sure that that is the way that will work. Just 'cause it's not on the map. But maybe there are stairs that go up. Maybe. But the map intentionally shows these stairs and does not show anything over here. But we can try it. But I think we might have to come through the fountain. And then I think we should be able to get this door on the backside that may permanently open this door, hopefully. And then we can enter through the tomb in future would be convenient. Yeah, but also I'm not sure what we do with this minecart. Because, like, if we... Right now it's right here, right? And we want to... I mean, where would I want to move it? Because, like, I feel like I might be able to push it down here. But then, like, then I can't access this through the tomb. I can only... I mean, I guess accessing it through the basement is easier, because that's always open. I don't always have the tomb. So pushing it through here is probably what we want to do. And then we just access this through the basement. And then, tomb... I don't know what the tomb does for us then. I don't know why there's a connection to the tomb. But, Well, we have a better idea of what we need to do, at least. And I solved the basement puzzle. For some reason, I thought the basement puzzle was really hard. I was really dragging my feet on that one, but... So that's where we want to come into this room through. And this is where we want to go. Um, actually, turn one. No, okay. Oh, okay. We turn it so that this is over here, and then this one is over here, and then we enter. So I think we have to come here first, and then circle back around the outside. Um, and then we come through here and go over there. We raise it, and then on the one underneath. Hold on. Let's walk over here and see. Um, yeah, then we raise it and wait a minute. I don't know. We'll figure it out this time. Let's see. Because I think if this one's here and this one is here, right? This one here and this one has two in between. So here, 1, 2, there. Right. Okay. So this would be moved. So this whole thing would be one counterclockwise. So one counterclockwise would put this right there. If we raise it, would put that thing right there and this thing right there. And then I bet you this one, we would walk over here from this one. We walk over here and then we'd go over here. And then this one, probably has to turn it because we didn't turn it from here, right? We just raised it. So this one probably turns it. And so it'll probably turn it. And we'd be turning the bottom one. From the bottom one. And we'd have to here and here. And it would turn it. And then we turn it so that there's one here and one over here. But then what the hell do we do? I don't understand the puzzle. Maybe we might have to go back. Do we have to go back and forth through there? This one turns it. Here. Turns it. Turn it. Go back over here, or we can go over here. Because what we need from here is we need it to raise and lower and turn. I wonder if that one does both of them. Because we need the one where there's two shorties in between. Which is this top level has two in between. And right, it would need to be one to this direction. And so maybe we would be here, and then we would, and it would be, this one would be here, and then, or no, we don't need to turn it, because it's already in place. So we just need to raise it, I think. Yeah, raise it, and then this would be here, and then we'd have 1, 2, and then that would be there. I think. Hold on. No, that wouldn't be right. No, wait. It would look exactly like that, is the issue. If we went over. No, what am I talking? It's not that one. This one. This would be one over. We'd go from there to there. And then this one, we turned one to clockwise. This one would be going from there to there. Again. Yeah, because that's how we would have gotten. I'm confused. I think I just need to see it, I guess, in action. Maybe we'll work on it later. I don't know what that lever does, which doesn't help things, basically. Hold on, I need to probably write this down. How many are there again? Okay, so like 1 o'clock in cog room. 1 o'clock raises and lowers. 11 o'clock turns. 6 o'clock turns. This one does turn, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, and then 6 o'clock, and then like 5 o'clock, I don't know. Okay. So that'll give us information. All right. Anyway, I think we're gonna call it a day. We had so many items. So many items that did so little for us. I can't believe I told security to give me less security doors, and it gave me almost nothing but security doors. Like 4 more doors spawned after I told security that, and it was like, all right, 3 out of the 4 locked. Or not just locked, but security doors. And I was like, bro, I told you, do not give me. I don't have a key card. Okay. All right. Call it a day. Call it. We did some progress. We solved the basement puzzle. We read a book in the library. Some progress. Ordinary villa. Yeah, pretty ordinary. Not a whole lot going on. It's fine. It's fine. These drums are getting to me. What's the new room we built? Oh, the kennel. Right. And we also got a new thing. Oh, a new kennel. The kennel, and then the mechanarium as well. I don't know what the mechanarium does. It feels like it should do something special besides just like have different rooms, right? So, save and quit. And that is going to be it for today's stream. That is going to be it. Also, people are playing really loud music. It's very bassy. I can hear it through my headphones. All right, that is it for the stream. And yep, that's gonna be it. Free chill day again, another chill day. Not really the best day in general on the whole, so don't really mind kind of, another kind of chill stream for a kind of honestly kind of lame Tuesday, but where things just keep going wrong, but that's fine. Yeah. We made progress in the game, and that's what's important. And we had fun. But yeah. So that's gonna be it. I'll be back on Thursday. Maybe playing more of this game. Maybe playing Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. I'm kind of feeling it right now, but uh, yeah. Some days are just like that. Some days are just like that, I guess. Not the end of the world, so probably fine. But yeah, I'll be back on Thursday. And like I said, this game or Lost Records, we'll see. Um, we'll see. One of those. Probably not Medieval Dynasty, because like although I am feeling like Medieval Dynasty, we'll probably play it a bunch, you know, for several streams. I feel like when I started up again and I kind of don't I'm reluctant to do that when I still have so much going on with blueprints and stuff. So although like when does blueprints end? See, that's the thing, is it just keeps going on for so long. It's such a long game. Like maybe at some point, maybe after like we get our first like um roll credits, maybe we'll like put it away and pause on it and bring it back out like later sometime in the summer or something like that, maybe. Maybe that's the or like even like I don't know where roll credits first. There are a few credits that roll, so there are like a few kind of kind of stopping places for it, you could say. I don't know where they're at though. But we could also kind of like when we get to room 46, when we do all the stuff with the reservoir and the um north lever and it make all that work out and everything. Uh, we could because that takes actually a lot of different moving pieces we need to show up together in the house, and so we might not even get the right combination of rooms for a while and everything. So we'll have to see. Although two of the levers are in green rooms, which is kind of significant. So maybe increasing our number of aiming for the green rooms could be useful if we could do that at some point. But anyway, the so there are ways we can, kind of increase our chances, but of getting the right rooms, but it still might take a while, right? Um, so I don't know what other we can work on the classrooms thing. We have stuff to do, but like we might pause maybe at I don't know if there's credits at room 46, but maybe by room 46, maybe we'll like take a pause in the game for a little bit there and like switch to Medieval Dynasty again or something like that. Perhaps might be the move. Just to give us a little bit of a break. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thanks everyone for chatting and for lurking and keeping me company. Thank you, VOD watchers, as well. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'll be back on Thursday. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, Instagram. You can subscribe to my YouTube. You can join the Discord, all that stuff. And yeah, it'd be good to switch it up for a bit. But I feel like we need to finish like this arc, essentially, right? We need to finish this arc of getting to room 46. And because like when we started the game, the premise was we have to get to room 46, and if we can get to room 46, then we are can be made the heir, right? Uh, but I know that's not the end, and it doesn't end just there. But like that was, the initial quest we were given, and I feel like we can sort of take a break once we, achieve that quest. And then once, we get to Rivendell, we can pause there before we go to Mordor, right? um, but yeah, so anyway, I will be back on Thursday. In the meantime, have a good night, good couple days, all that. And yeah, I will see you in a couple days. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.